Hello there, welcome back to another video in this NumPy tutorial series. And in this video, I'm going to talk about NumPy indexing. So without wasting any more time, let's get directly into the code. Now, before move on to indexing, I want to show you one more thing that I forgot in the last class. So let's make an array, 1, 2, 3. And if you want to check the shape of this array, like what is the shape of this array, what you can do is arr.shape, and this is a property. So let's run this and it returns a tuple. So it is showing that 3 3 means it has 3 elements, and after comma it has nothing. It means it is a 1D array. If it was a 2D array, then it will show like something like this. Let me just show you. Np dot zeros, let's give 2 comma 3, and if I will use shape, then it will give 2 comma 3 because it is the shape of 2 comma 3. Now let's move on towards indexing in Python. So as we did here, so the indexing works same as the list in our normal Python. So this is the 0th element, or you can say this is the 0th indexing, this is the first indexing, and so on. Like in this case it will be 2. Okay, so let's access these elements. Let's suppose you want to access 3. So what you are going to do, ARR, and in square brackets you are going to pass the index of that element that you want to access. So I am here passing 2. So the 0th index, the first index, and the second index, which is on which the value is 3. So it will print 3. Okay, now let's make a 2D array. Okay, let's do this. np.random.random, and here I will pass the size, like say 3 comma 4, 1. Now if you want to access this, uh, if you want to access an element of this array, then there are two ways to do that. The first way is, let's say array 1, and here you need to pass the column number. So this is the 0th column, this is the first column, this is the second column. So they are not column, they are rows, and I know it very well, but I don't know why I am keep saying them as columns. So this is the 0th column, this is the 0th row, this is the first row, and this is the second row. Now similarly, this is the 0th column, first column, second column, and third column. So first you need to provide the index of the row. So let's say we want to access this element. Okay, so this is in the first row. Okay, and then you need to press comma, and then you need to give the column number. So this is on the third column, so we will give 3, and let me disturb it. So as you can see, these are the same values. Okay, now the next way that you can do the same thing is to use 2 square brackets. Let's suppose you are getting confused with the comma. So let's say you will use 2 square brackets, and in the first you will provide the row number, and in the second we will provide the column number. So this was it. Now next move on towards the next topic, which is as you can see here, it also shows the same output. Now let's move on towards the next thing. Now let's access a now let's access an element from 3D array. Let's make array is equal to np.random, and you can make like any dimensional array in NumPy. It is not a big problem. Okay, so in this what I'm going to do is 3 comma 2 comma 3. So as I told you in my last video, so if you are creating an array of 2 by 3, so this is how it would be: 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, this is not a big problem. This is a 2D array. Now what if you want to create an 3D array? So for that you will need to create same kind of pages like this. So we have, this is the dimension This is the third dimension. So what I'm going to do, as it is showing 3, so what it is going to take, so this will be the 3D array, and it has 3, you can say, rows, or you can say 3 pages. Basically pages is the word that I prefer to use. This is the first page, this is the 0th page, this is the first page, this is the second page, and in that page this is the 0th row, first row, 0th row, first row, 0th row, first row. So now let's see how you can access it. Now let's just run it, and you will see here array. Okay, now let's access, let's say, this element. Okay, so array. Similarly, what we need to do is, first we need to give the index of the first. We need to give the index of the page that we want to access. In this case, we want to access the first page. Then comma. Then in this first page, we need to provide the index of the row. So the row is second, basically first, and the column number is second. So it is showing this, which is same as this. So this is how you can access 3D elements. Now let's move on, but remember that you have to practice it a lot, because you can get confused like how we are accessing these elements. You have to do practice them a lot. Now let's use negative index. So let's take this array, not this array. Yeah, let's make another array in which it has 3 elements. So this is the 0th index, this is the first index, this is the second index. So in Python we also have negative indexes, as we talked in list data structure. So this is the negative index, -1, -2, -3, and you can also access using these negative indexes. Sometimes they are very beneficial also. Let's suppose you do not know the size of the array, or let's say you do not basically you do not know the size of the array. What you want to do is, you want to get the last element of any array. Let's say, let's take this array, and in this array what we want to do is, we want to get this element. So earlier what we had to do is 0 1 2. Okay, then in this 0 1. Okay, then in this 0 1 2. So earlier what we had to do is 2 comma 1 comma 2. And but what if you need to get the last element, what you can do is just simply -1 comma -1 comma -1, and it will always get the last element. So what happened is, the first -1 represented this page, the second -1 represented this row, and the third -1 represented this number. As we talked about, like here, if we take -1, because we need to provide 2 indexes, so if we take -1, we'll choose this, because it has the because of the negative indexing. And if we have to choose this, so in this row we have to choose -1. So this is the concept of negative indexing, but I am not going to get in a lot. I have already told you how negative indexing works in this data structure, so you can go and check that video out, and also you need to practice it by yourself. I can just give you the examples like how you can do it. I have given you the syntax. Similarly, you can also do now the syntax. Now let's move on to next thing, is that similarly you can also do slicing in arrays. So I will just give you a simple example. Let's take, we want to get these values. Okay, let me just move it here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is array, And what I need to do is the first page, comma, in the first page what I need to get is all the rows, because I need to get these elements. So in the first page I need to get all the rows, both rows, and then again comma, and what I need to do is I need to get 0th and first. So I need to pass 0, 0, 2, 2. And why I did provide 2? Because this 2 is exclusive. So if I now print it, as you can see here, it is so now these values and these values are same, and you can see how I accessed it. Again, if you don't know how to use this slicing, then you can just go and watch my list videos, and the link to the playlist of the Python tutorial is in the description, so you can check or you can find it from there. Although it was pretty easy, I felt the need to explain it to you guys, so I hope that it was helpful, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.